And things weren't going your way for most of the day until the seventh there. What did you tell your team when that one was over?
Uh, just hanging in there. I mean, I think we felt that way on Tuesday night as well. I think things weren't going that way offensively, real well offensively. It was kind of a dry offense, and their pitching had a lot to do with it. I thought lefty threw really well. They got some momentum going, and it felt like for us it was kind of an uphill game for most of the game, actually, until Berkwich came back in again and really settled them down. He went through mostly the left-handed part of their order. And I think that shifted momentum a little bit, and certainly the big hits, but that game felt one run the whole time. There's nothing three-run about that. That was a tight game.
What was the key there in the seventh? Because he shut down 8 in a row. He looked like he had a good fastball and a good breaking pitch, and he just looked really tough to handle. Then you get the 2 big home runs. Was there something you guys picked up on between the 6th and the 7th, or just good at bats, or what do you credit that to?
Well, second time around, just getting up there and seeing him again and jumping on the fastball. I think he was sneaking the fastball bias because there was big differential between his breaking ball and the fastball. You could see that, and I thought he was doing a good job. He was pitching into the lefties, but with Tate and Carter going up there right-handed, I mean, Tate hit his ball the other way. That's a strong kid to do that. And then Carter obviously jumping on first pitch fastball. So they just took 2 good swings. Dom's double was a good swing too, but that's never enough. I mean, you had one of the best freshman hitters in the league at the plate with the bases loaded, and he takes Schultz 11 pitches deep and hits one to the base of the fence, which in our field on a Sunday with no clouds, that's a tough ball to catch because the sun is right in that guy's face. So Bradfield did a heck of a job, but you got to give Schultz a lot of credit. There was no margin of error for him whatsoever. He came in and had to work from 3-0, got the strikeout, and then got that out, and then just pitching tough. You credit Schultz. He's come a long way.
Yeah, what were you seeing there with Jack? Was it just something he just didn't have his command or control because you made that change mid at bat?
Yeah, I think Brownie was searching for the breaking ball more, or the ground ball more than anything. We had a situation with DeSatis up to the plate, guys in double play situation, so it was more about Schulte producing a ground ball, which he has, but he got out of it thankfully. But it just felt like Jack was kind of steering the ball a little bit, so we wanted to make the change.
Right, when you think about it, a whole picture, it's 16 straight wins for you guys, largest record since 2007. Tell me what that means for the program and what's been happening differently the past month.
It doesn't mean anything outside of just being able to stay consistent, because we obviously would never mention that. But I just think that we've played some tight baseball. We've stayed consistent in our approach to what we're doing. It's not always pretty, but at the same time, the pitching has been very consistent throughout the year. The defense has gotten better in the last 2 weeks in terms of taking care of the ball. And offensively, we've had our moments, but we still got a lot of work to do. I mean, that's just a period of time, but now it's over. So we got to start again, and right now we're going through the gauntlet because we're playing Tuesday night on the road, and then you're playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Columbia, South Carolina, which is a very difficult place to play.
Felt like Hunter pitched better than his line. Would you have agreed with that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think, and I think Riley too. I mean, when he came in relief, I mean, those 2 balls found holes, and you really couldn't defend them just because they're in part of the infield where you couldn't. I mean, the ball just got by Tate. The ball couldn't be converted into it out there. It's just difficult baseball, but it happens. I've seen a lot of that lately for whatever reason. I don't know where it comes from. But,
yeah.
But we didn't break down. I think that's the thing. It's when those things are happening, you can give up a big inning, and we did, but we held it together pretty well. I mean, I thought the pitchers did a nice job of holding it together. Riley did. Got out of that inning, and then after that, we just kind of did a good job of just suppressing them, and that's it's tough to beat a team like that 3 times.
Yeah.
Their offense, they're going to be very tricky. Their pitching's good enough, and they certainly have some strength in the middle of their lineup.
When you're having days where balls are finding holes against you, do you acknowledge that in the dugout in the middle of it, or do you just let it go?
Let it go. I mean, I think the only one you might acknowledge it to is like a guy who's pitching. You just let him know, hey, that's a good pitch. There's nothing you can do about that one. And really, when that first one that was shanked off of Riley, he made a good pitch, jammed a guy up. He just kind of deflected it the other way. But yeah, it's just building the confidence of the guys and just telling them we're good.
How much longer till you get Nick back?
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I just have to wait that out. He's going to get checked by a doctor tomorrow, so we're just going to do a little bit more research on him. He's frustrated. I mean, it's tricky, and we just kind of want to locate the injury so we can start to take care of it. But yeah, that's a tough one for him.
Has that been something that's gone on for a while? Because he just didn't look like himself when he pitched. The dominance with the slider and some other things weren't what they were last year. Is that something that's just kind of lingered for a while, you think?
Maybe so, because I would agree with you. But the part about Nick is he's not going to say anything.
Yeah.
He's a very competitive kid. He's a tough kid. So he's never going to come at you with any type of excuse or bow out of a outing. I think he was just hoping that it would get better just by surviving it.
Yeah.
And it hasn't. So we just got to protect the kid from himself and keep him away from activity that's going to stir it up and kind of find out what it really is. And if it felt like it's oblique, then we just have to give him the rest he's going to need.
How much better is Missouri than a year ago?
They're much better.
Yeah.
I mean, they just beat a really good team. I can feel that. I mean, you got hitters all over the field. Montgomery is inch or two away from losing the ball at any point. Mann's a legitimate hitter. You're gonna really find out about Pena here very soon, because that's a good hitter too. I thought that at bat was just kind of a taste of what he's going to be. They catch well, they pitch well, they're good out of the bullpen. We're fortunate in so many different ways, and you need some fortune to beat a team 3 times.
You go with Devin again on Tuesday?
Mm-hmm. As of right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim.